Describe a person who helps to protect the environment. Speaking of this, I think of a person who keeps the habit of eating vegetarian food for many years, which aimed at protecting the animals and the environment. She has done loads of things like urging people around her to classify their garbage so that useless things could be recycled. She brings shopping bags made of eco-friendly materials wherever she goes because plastic bags are non-degradable. As far as I'm concerned, even she has the ability to make her life better, she still chooses to go to work by bicycle or on foot. Another thing worth mentioning is that she participated in volunteer activity to go to the beach all day under the hot sun to pick up the rubbish that people threw away during the holidays. When I saw the new clean beach, I was really impressed by her warm-hearted behavior. However, people didn't understand her very well at first, but when they found the advantage of this kind of things, people started to follow her steps. She really set a good example.
And here is sample 6 of the topic, a person who helps to protect the environment. Let's have a listen.
Describe a person who helps to protect the environment. Speaking of this, I think of a person who keeps the habit of eating vegetarian food for many years.
Okay, now if you're going to say for many years, you've got to use the present perfect tense. So whatever the verb is has to be have, has plus PP, past participle. So I think of a person who has had the habit. You don't keep a habit, you have a habit. So a person who has had the habit of eating vegetarian food for many years.
Which aimed at
And if you are going to use the passive voice, you're going to have to use the be verb, which is aimed at. We need an is here because this verb does not have an obvious subject, or rather the subject. Where is it now? The habit. The habit is the subject of the verb, but the habit is not the one doing the action, so we need the passive voice, which is aimed at protecting the animals. I don't know why it's the animals. I think it should just be which is aimed at protecting animals and the environment.
Which aimed at protecting the animals and the environment. She has done loads of things like urging people around her to classify their garbage
Garbage, okay.
So that useless things could be recycled.
Useless things. Okay. But if they're recycled, aren't they useful?
She brings shopping bags made of eco-friendly materials wherever she goes.
Okay. The only problem I have with this is I don't know who she's talking about. She just said it's a person. But she doesn't explain the relationship between her and this person. Who is this person? It's kind of difficult to follow. We just know she, but it's difficult for the examiner to get a clear picture of who you're talking about if you don't explain your relationship with this person. But anyway, she uses the present tense here. Brings, goes, so she's good at...
She brings shopping bags
good at that.
of eco-friendly materials wherever she goes because plastic bags are non-degradable.
Okay, here is a good piece of vocabulary. Non-degradable. Okay.
As far as I'm concerned,
even she, this is in the wrong order. She even has the ability.
Even she has ability to make her life better.
Oh, I see now. No. Okay, so even though, my bad. She wants to say even though she has the ability to make her life better, she still chooses to go to work by bicycle or on foot. Okay, so even though she has the ability,
even she has ability to make her life better, she still chooses to go to work by bicycle or on foot.
okay, she dropped the S there, chooses.
Another thing worth mentioning is that
This is not a bad way to talk about a new cue, introduce a new cue using the phrase another thing worth mentioning. Okay,
she participated in volunteer activity.
activities are countable, so we need to have an article. She participated in a volunteer activity.
Volunteer activity to go to the beach all day under
All day.
the hot sun
This is a good phrase, under the hot sun. That's nicely done.
to pick up the rubbish that people threw away during the holidays.
Okay, here we got a couple of sentences where the grammar is accurate. Oh, except no, maybe not. I forgot about the article there. Okay, so it's a long sentence, but unfortunately there's one mistake in there.
During the holidays. When I saw the new clean beach,
This should be clean, right? I think she's trying to say clean, but it comes out as cling.
threw away during the holidays. When I saw the new
And I think she also said the. I'm not sure why the beach is new. I mean, the beach has been there for probably millions of years. So when I saw the clean beach, maybe let's drop the new.
during the holidays. When I saw the new clean beach, I was really impressed by her warm-hearted behavior.
Okay, warm-hearted behavior. That's not a bad. It's not great, but it's not a bad phrase to use.
However, people didn't understand her very well at first, but when they found the advantage of
Well, here she's using the past tense. Didn't understand, but then she switches to the present tense. But when they discovered the advantage,
but when they found the advantage of this kind of things, people
this kind of thing. This should be no S here. This kind of singular. There's no S.
started to follow her steps. She really set a good example.
Okay, it's under length. It comes in at 1 minute and 20 seconds, which is really too short for part 2. A lot of grammatical errors, probably also in the region of a 5.